Welcome back, everyone. Today we are back.
We are back. Now, welcome back to another episode of Hit It Where It Hurts. Unfortunately, Instagram does not want to go live today, so we're just currently sorting through that. But welcome if you're coming in new. If you don't know what this podcast is about, we speak about small business owner struggles, social media marketing, pretty much anything like a small start your business pack type of thing.
Exactly. And if that's all you, well, you're at the right place at the right time, because today we've got a special topic, and that is when and why you should monetize, and the difference between a genuine monetizer versus
selling out.
Yeah.
Sellout. Yeah. And selling out is like giving up your morals, giving up your beliefs, giving up everything you stand for just to make a few extra bucks, right? And the question is there ever a good time for that, right? Like, you know, the people protesting in the city today, you know, like we stand in solidarity for them for not selling out, right?
They're sellouts, bro. They're sellouts.
They're the opposite of sellouts. The opposite.
Bro, look what's going to happen. There's just going to be extended lockdowns now.
Let me just tell you one thing. Every other industry took it except the tradies. So I stand in solidarity with them. Doesn't mean you have to oppose the vaccine, but at least people aren't complaining. They're actually going out and doing something about it. And that's what I'm
but they literally went out and had violence, bro. They were hitting news reporters.
And you're gonna believe the media on what they say about it?
Did you see the video of the guys hitting the reporter and throwing piss on him?
The video from 9 News.
Alright, Kaz.
Oh, that video. Yeah, I did see that one actually.
Anyways,
you're right.
Let's now get into a heated argument. That's not about the topic.
Anyway, but I stand in solidarity for them. Anyway, continue.
Don't be Mark Rodriguez. Anyway, so
don't be ignorant like Mark Abed. Right. Yeah, continue.
Alright, guys, we're cutting the podcast short today.
We're done. Nah, listen. The ability to represent your morals, your beliefs, and why you started your business over making some extra money is actually a really important topic, because like something as simple, and people will take this seriously, something as simple as putting advertisements on your free videos, because now you're at that point where you're ready to give advertisements, and not letting your consumers know. Like, people have done that on YouTube and lost a lot of people because of it, right? Because they monetize their videos without actually asking about, hey, do you think this is okay? Hey, would you mind if I added this? Because at the end of the day, without your audience, you're nothing, right? If there were 500 people watching you from the start, you were nothing. So therefore, you have to give them that, like, you know, that respect that, hey, look, I'm changing the platform in which you grew up on, the platform in which was real and actually meant something to you, right? And, you know, people lack that and they miss that. And then that's what I would call a sellout. People that don't inform their consumers of what they're doing, or people that completely switch up, do a massive U-turn on what they're all about just because it's trendy, or just because they know they'll get views from it. You know what I mean?
It's literally basically the people who sell out their audience, the people who,
for sure,
like, I'll give you an example here. A lot of like influencers, when the crypto pump and dump was going on, they were literally just pushing out all these shitty crypto coins and making people buy them, and then their audience will end up losing a lot of money. So that's what we talk about, a sellout. Like, if you're a business and you're providing a product or service that isn't going to be valuing your customers and is just going to make you a quick buck, then you're literally selling out your customers.
100%. Because, like, let's say we advertise someone, you know, one of our guests, and we say, oh, they're amazing, their services are amazing, and then you guys go use their services and it's trash, then we sold out, right? They obviously must have paid us to do that, you know what I mean? So the ability to stick true to your values, the ability to understand the importance of your actions and the importance of what you do is so important. Doesn't matter what niche you're in, doesn't matter what industry you're in, you have to stay loyal to your customers. But the question is there ever a good time to sell out? Is there ever a good time for people to put their morals aside to get their money?
Honestly, I reckon, like, what are you saying, like, to start monetizing?
No, like, let's say, like, they've provided free videos their whole life, right?
Yeah.
Now they start charging without actually telling their consumers, look, from tomorrow, you have to pay $10 to watch each video, right? It is a monetize, but like it's a complete cash grab, right? Complete.
Yeah.
Like there's actually no benefit for the consumer other than seeing the video that they've been seeing for free their whole life.
I reckon.
When do you think is a good time to do that? And is there even a good time for that?
I reckon that's a good question, honestly, and there is a good time, and I'll tell you how.
Yeah.
When you're constantly providing your audience with value, and like let's use your example,
Right.
posting free videos every day for like years, yeah.
Yeah.
If those videos built you a community where now you have a following of people that are true fans to you, that means you are ready. That means those people are constantly consuming your content. So
Right.
when you're gonna pitch them a service or like a product, they're gonna be like, shit, this guy has provided us with free value all this time. So this is gonna be that like nail on the, what do you, how do you say it, like
nail on the coffin, nail in the coffin.
nail on the coffin. This is gonna be like an extra thing that's gonna help us really out. So like they've helped us, now we're gonna help them by buying their service. But the way to do it right, and a lot of people do it wrong, you can't just come out and be like, oh, now everything like you're gonna pay to watch. That's not how it works. If you do that, no one's gonna go ahead with it.
100%.
You gotta slowly bring it in. Like you gotta like notify them, let them know that you're gonna come out with like services, you're gonna come out with a product, and do storytelling. Like tell them about it, show them the behind scenes of you working on it. Ask them what kind of service that's gonna benefit them that you should come out with. You know what I mean? Like you gotta include them.
For sure. And I think like, bro, it's like when you go out for a date, right? You're not gonna go skip straight to the dinner, bro. You're not gonna skip straight to like to going home with them. You're gonna speak to them. You're gonna like, you know what I mean? You're gonna build it up, that type of thing, right? And I think that's the most important thing, that people understand that it's not, you can't just sit there and look at your consumer straight in the eye and say, I'm selling to you, and you're gonna take it. And you're gonna take it too. And like, let's just address some of the comments because these are pretty interesting. David said, ain't nobody true fans. People are like ADHD cats. Once they see someone new and better, they're gone. Now that's just the nature of marketing nowadays, yeah? Like people are quick to change. But bro, who the fuck talks like this? This content creator has provided so much value to me. Bro, nobody cares. It's just video. Relax yourself. You need real advice. This shit is garbage. You can go straight home with them. It's called being attractive. Okay, cool. So let me just address some points here, all right? So if you're, and just because you addressed it, I'll address you the same way. Just because you said people are like ADHD cats, once they see someone new and better, they're gone, that's a problem with the content that you're providing, not a problem with the people. The people that speak like you are the ones that are blaming their consumers rather than blaming themselves for their losses, right? So let me just get that straight. And I think there's lots of content creators that I could personally shout out right now that I stick following to because they provided me so much value, right? And so the fact that he said this content creator has provided so much value to me, bro, nobody cares. A lot of people care. Like all the people that, you know, teach social media managing that we learned off when we first started off, right? Like I still follow them to this day for that reason, you know, because they've obviously provided something valuable to me. And I wouldn't say it's human nature to necessarily move on. If your personal branding is that good, if you're really providing for your consumer on a daily basis, sure, they can go see someone else, but it doesn't mean they're going to leave you. If they're leaving you, then there's a problem.
Can I address this guy?
Yeah, go for it.
He said, bro, stop, you're like Croc Lee. If I work hard enough, I can make it. But look what happened. He got bodied by Gara. I don't even know who that is.
I don't even know the reference, but it actually sounds pretty good. I won't lie.
But look at it this way. Yeah, you're taking, these guys taking everything negatively. That way you're not going to see anything come positively. So when you have a negative state of mind, it's all psychology. You're not gonna see anything positive come for you. And that's what's wrong with people. They just think that, oh, this person is speaking bullshit, so all I'm gonna look at it is as bullshit. But that's not how you're seeing it. You gotta sit down, you gotta consume what they are saying for you to really understand the depth they're going into. You know what I mean?
Can I just say the problem with this guy, and this is like tough love. Like I know you're obviously a hater, like I could tell, but like I love you and everything. But the problem is that you feel like you're entitled for your customers to stay with you. You feel like because you've provided value once, twice, that they have to stay with you. Nah, bro. That's an ongoing relationship. your consumer is, you're serving your consumer. It doesn't stop, right?
Yeah.
We don't stop providing content once we reach a certain amount of views. We don't stop providing content. You know what I mean? And yeah, now I've watched Naruto. Negativity is aligned with reality. Positivity is a weapon of the just world fallacy.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, look, respect. Like, you can have a different opinion, no hatred, but if you can't think positive when pursuing your consumers, then your consumers will probably give it back to you in the exact same way, and that's probably why you feel that exact same way. So,
because look at it this way: if you're being negative towards your audience, if you're saying, "Oh, these people will never stay with me," or
100%.
I can never turn a consumer into a fan.
Yeah,
that's where you completely go wrong, because look at people who love Gucci, who love Louis. When they can't even afford it, they're saving to buy it.
For sure.
That's how fans are turned. So you cannot say that consumers cannot be turned into fans. That's just wrong, honestly.
All right, since this episode's turned controversial, I'm gonna hit another question soon. But David said your emotions don't matter. It's a business.
Okay, hey Mark, cut it short. I'm out, bro.
Cut it out, bro.
Bro,
Listen,
emotions
bro.
are the most important in business. If your brand does not have an emotion behind it, then, like, honestly, Kaz, like, what are you doing? Like, I'll just say one last sentence.
Yeah.
If you're in a business where your brand or your business has no emotion attachment, then all I'm gonna say is you need to sell that business, cash out before you go bankrupt, and that's it.
For sure, and find something that you actually have emotions to. If you don't have your emotions attached to your business, if you don't have any passion for your business, then find something new. Now, I could address these comments all day, but I'm pretty sure if you watch our old videos, you'll know our topic on emotions and storytelling are tools. That doesn't mean you should believe in it yourself. No worries. Go look at every single brand in the world, bro. All right, anyway, so moving on, I think a controversial topic that's really relevant to us is like when brands ask you to censor yourself, right? Like I swear a lot personally. I don't think you swear as much as me, right? And the biggest problem for, like, even on YouTube, right? Like, when you go to upload, it says YouTube for kids, YouTube for adults, YouTube, you know what I mean? And you get pushed to more if you censor yourself, right? That's everyone knows that. Like, Mr. Beast is censored, and he's the biggest YouTuber in the world right now, next to PewDiePie, of course.
Yeah.
You know, what is your opinion on that? Because we're going to go through my opinion, and we're going to have a good opinion here. But what's your opinion on censoring yourself for a brand deal, you know? Like, let's say Louis Vuitton come up to us and sponsor us for $1 million. Are you willing to stop swearing?
Right, like, let's be honest, yes.
Okay.
Because it's a brand deal at the end of the day.
So you're a sellout?
Not really.
So you're a sellout?
Not really. In generally, I'm not a swearer. I don't like swearing.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It all depends on a person. Like, if he was Gary Vee, for $1 million, he'll do it because it's a business deal. That's gonna get him closer to freaking the Jets, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day, it's not being a sellout is different.
Wait, hang on. Did you just say Gary Vee would do it?
Yeah, I did.
No, he wouldn't.
No, let me just say something.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't do it though. That's a lie. He wouldn't.
But can I just say something before you continue?
All right. Okay.
There's a difference between a sellout in that point and a sellout to your audience. If you're gonna censor just to make money, that's not gonna bring any harm to your audience. What are they gonna be like? Damn it, I'm not gonna get an F-bomb anymore, so I'm not gonna get their content. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I can address it as well. I can respect your opinion. I'm just gonna go through David. He said, "This is a business before anything else." Gary Vee was born into wealth. That guy's the most delusional motivational speaker. I'm not here to argue facts, bro. I'm literally not here to argue.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. But anyway, let me tell it to you from my perspective as someone who swears, right? Like we've obviously, and people will have to have this conversation when they're starting their business, right? They have to. They have to understand where they stand. They have to understand where they like really, really know what's good, right? And for me, the reason I swear in the podcast is because that's genuinely who I am. Like, if I don't swear, that's me faking it then, right? And I'm not willing to fake it. That's the way I see it. So if you see me not swearing when I'm saying something I'm passionate about, right? Like, I fucking love you, right? Or I want you to do well, right? Then that means I'm not being genuine, because that's how I say it, right? That's how I genuinely feel. And I'm willing to lose customers, right?
Yeah.
I'm willing, and I'm happy with this. I'm willing to lose customers because anyone who sees me and knows what we're all about, right? Our purpose, our passion, and everything can look past that, right? I'm not saying if we got a brand sponsor like for one ad, right? And we have to say, oh, you know, buy this product, and like they say, don't swear. Of course, you're not gonna swear, but in
You're
general,
gonna be like, fucking buy this
yeah,
product.
buy this fucking shit, bro. But like it's like I know genuine people recognize genuine people, right? I'm not willing to fake it, and that's just me. That's just who I am, right? I'm happy in the way that I do it, you know.
Yeah. By the way, do you know this David? Who this David guy?
No, I don't know who this David guy is.
Yeah.
Like, he said, if they want you to not swear, just do it. What are you trying to prove? Oh, I told them no. I'm so awesome, bro. Just censor it if it gets you money. You know, like the thing is, it's not like. Yeah, like he's talking about money. That's why he's looking at it as money, right? He's like, oh, like if you censor yourself, you get more brand deals, you make more money. Yeah, but the money doesn't mean much to me, right?
Bro,
yeah.
like at the end of the day, if you continue being who you are, you'll get brand deals. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But let me address his last comment. He said, "You do realize nobody cares about your passion. Doing tasks and objectives, you need a reward." And look, he's right, bro. He's right in that. I agree a bit to that. You do need a reward because without a reward, you're not gonna be motivated to do anything, right? So like,
yeah, fair.
For us, like, what's our reward? Our reward is achieving our dream.
It's also consumer satisfaction, bro. That's our reward. But seeing them happy.
But I'm talking about overall reward.
Oh, in general.
Like in general, like personal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is. And you were indoctrinated by this.
He said you're indoctrinated by this motivational speaking generation. You're not a machine, dude. You have to do tasks for compensation and reward. I'm telling you that doing this podcast for free and people messaging me saying that I help them start their business, reward. That's my reward, bro. You know what I mean? And even if they weren't to message me, I know everyone watching here is probably watching because they've had value here before. If I'm out here providing value, right, through this for free, and then whatever, we have our paid social media services, and we help a business from the ground up as a brick and mortar business into a digital business or whatever it is, that's my reward. The customer's happiness, you know? You
know, just like a few days ago, someone slid in my DMs, and they asked for help with their new business that they were starting. I was talking to that person in the DMs for over an hour. And the end of the person was like, you've just helped me so much, I don't know how to repay you. And that person said thank you, and to me that was a reward. Like,
that was a lot.
Seeing us make a difference in someone's life, that means a lot. And every person, like the definition of reward for every person is different. Like to you, it could be money. To me, it could be the happiness of someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like let's really define it here. So for the people that don't get it at all, like this David guy, right? when you have a contract with a customer saying you're gonna make conversion rates, right? When you have a contract with a customer and you say you're gonna make conversion rates and you're gonna do this for them and you're gonna do that, obviously the return is gonna be money for what you're doing, obviously, and the consumer satisfaction, right? Because obviously if you fulfill your thing, then they're gonna pay you accordingly. If you don't fulfill your thing, they're not gonna pay you, right? Okay. That's a business contract. But the reason we started this business and the whole purpose of what we're doing today, spending time out of our day when we could be out doing more, right?
We can't really go.
We can't really go because we want to provide value, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, this guy's like, no, screw the consumer. You take their money. Like
look,
I don't know what to tell you, right? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're going to fail. I'm straight. No, like straight up. Straight up. Yeah.
He said, you know how he said the business comes first?
Yeah.
And believe me, every business owner knows this. The business comes first.
For sure.
But let me get you right there. For a business to stand on its ground, it needs the consumers.
For sure.
So this is why the business is first and the consumers are on top.
100%.
So the consumers are like, bro, like they're on top of the first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how important your consumers are. Because if you're not like, bro, like they form your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And this
And
guy
like,
doesn't understand
no,
it.
look. Like, I'm not calling out this guy. Like, respect
I'm
on
not-
having your other opinion and coming out. I mean, the way you're doing it is really rude, to be honest. But whatever. Like, I'm rude too, to be honest. It's tough love. But you're not gonna fail by making money in your business. But you're gonna fail thinking your consumer is only your dollar sign, bro. People, when I've said this so many times, in a saturated market where everyone is literally sitting there on their knees for money, okay, the genuine people who are authentic to what they say. When we say we do this shit for free because we actually love it, and then we go and do a sign out shit like a sign up shit for free, right? That's us actually executing on what we're talking about, right? The difference is people say that and then they do the complete opposite, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. And the consumers navigate to a better product, not positivity. And I read your messages, guys. No. You'd be surprised how many consumers have more idea of personal branding over quality, because the quality is a given, right? To even be expected in the market, the quality of your product has to be it has to be at a certain level. Maybe another business is paying more and getting more quality, but if the quality has to be a given, right? But what differentiates you as a small business owner, a sole trader or something, and some massive multinational million company, right, is the fact that you'll actually go out there and listen to your consumers. People lose contact when there's that much money there. People lose contact when there's that much people. You think Nike knows about half of what their consumers want? Probably not, bro. They probably try, but they can't. It's too big, right? So there is a very big reason why small businesses thrive. Let me tell you something. How can a small business thrive if they obviously start with less money than a multinational company? How? If David is right, if your message doesn't matter, if your passion doesn't matter, and it's all about making money, then why the fuck are people watching this right now, actually? Right? Why wouldn't they just go watch some paid podcast with $1 million production and everything? Right? It's because we are the gap in the market, right? No one's going to do it like us, right? There could be people that are similar, but no one's going to be us, right? And that's the most important thing.
I'm here because I'm bored.
Hey,
but at least, like, you're getting something out of it. Let's be honest.
For sure.
Because if you weren't, you're not gonna be here. You can be watching, what do you call it? Naruto.
You could be watching Netflix, bro. You could be watching the protests in the city. But for real, yeah.
Respect for like coming up and like giving us your point of view. Like,
for sure.
Everyone has different point of views on this thing.
For sure. And bro, like, it seems like, and just from the way you're talking, that you lost consumers and stuff, and you're struggling to see them for anything but $1 bill. Like, you may make money in the short term doing that, but the longevity of your business is at risk. And it's like, that something is on every piece of media. What would make it worth for you all would be to make me buy something. They are just dollar bills. All right, anyway. So your consumers aren't just dollar bills. David obviously thinks that, and maybe David's had a tough time getting up his business, and I think that's why. Anyways, moving on. I think, like, this is the most important point as we get to the end of the episode. I think you lose your worth as, you lose the trust and the confidence your consumers have in you when you sell out, right? Now, I think being there and letting your consumers know that you're about to make moves, right? You're about to change something that's impacted their life. Like, when consumers change their product or service, they higher the prices, lower the prices, and just randomly, right? You could have an oncoming client for about a year, and then you don't let them know that you've upped their prices or whatever, and then they come back and you've charged them $50 more, and all they know is just because of the card or the direct debit. Then you've lost your consumer trust. You've lost the confidence in your consumer. Are we saying that you can't monetize, you can't up your prices? No, we're not saying that, because trust me, everyone has to do that. You have to know your worth as you advance in the business, right? But we're saying be genuine with your consumers about where you are. Everyone is fake in the market. There are so many fake people in the market that being genuine and being authentic to who you are is the only value that you have left when you have nothing, right? Take away everything, like every single advantage you have. Being authentic is all you have, really.
I wanna go to one of his comments. He said all this being likable is secondary when you are already the primary product in the market. But look at it this way. You're not always going to be the primary product in the market.
You know.
We're in the 21st century where new businesses are coming out every single day. There are millions of new ventures starting every day. And so if you think you are the only person in a particular niche, or your product is the only thing in that market, you're completely wrong. Because there are hundreds, maybe thousands of people planning on how to make your product or your service better so they can come and be the leaders of that market to take over you.
100%.
And we've spoken about this a lot of times. We've said like Blockbuster. They thought they're the market leaders. They got taken over. Who else? Toys R Us. All this other
That's right. Like it's been action. You know what I mean? Like this guy's like, but if I'm in prison, my word is law. He's basically trying to say like, oh, in the world of motivational speaking and in the world of fantasy, all this shit is true. No, bro. It's literally real.
Yeah.
There's not. You think marketing agencies will be around? You think people? Why $1 million? Answer me this, right? Why $1 million companies coming out, right? $1 million. I'm not talking like small. We're talking multi-million-dollar companies coming out and asking for content storytellers.
Yeah,
why?
They're paying them hundreds of
why
thousands.
Why are they paying hundreds of thousands? Why is videography and content telling the most in-demand jobs and expected to be even more in demand in the coming years? You know? Like, I don't understand how people could overlook that thing. Because these people have literally done it. They've made their money. They don't give a fuck. Yeah? What story could they possibly tell? But obviously they have to tell their story. Or else they're not interesting. Right? And I think that's the most important thing. If you're stripped of... Yeah, did you want me to read it? Yeah.
The product one, he said that you just need to have a superior product. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, superior in your personal branding attached to the product, sure.
Yeah, but again, if that superior product doesn't have an emotion attached to it that's going to attract consumers, and if that product is not likable in... Like, if your brand is not likable in a way... No one's gonna come for it. I'll be straight honest with you. Like, as much as you think these factors don't matter, you're probably like studying at uni or so, like even now, like uni 100%. Courses. Even now, uni courses they tell you all
don't
this
teach
like emotions, all that shit. Like this is like some thinking in the probably like 1900s kind of thing, bro.
People are barely buying products anymore unless the product's been around since 19 fucking who knows, right? People are buying the story behind the product. People are buying what the product supports. People are buying the message behind the product, right?
Yeah.
There's reasons there's diversity in market. Like this argument is straight retarded. I'm sorry, but how would there be diversity in the market if there's multi-million-dollar companies and there's small companies making the same product and there's argument? Can you explain that? No, just explain that to me. How does that? If the quality and the money matters so much, why do I go to Macca's instead of going to Fat Jack's every day? Tell me.
I know, but and look at it this way, right? Let's talk about Kylie Jenner, for example.
Right.
She had to build a brand of herself. She had to build herself up from the ground up for her brand to be likable by millions of people, for her brand to reach $1 billion status, right? It just doesn't happen without like branding. Like that's just not how it works.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what this stream feels like is you're trying to use the likability factor to overshadow the product itself. No, I'm not saying that. Like I said, the quality of the product has to be given. To even break into the market on the initial stance, you have to have something that will actually impact a consumer's life. If you want to watch an episode about that, go to our previous episodes. We talk about it all the time, right?
Yeah.
And we're coming up to the end of the episode, and I love arguing. It's actually my favorite thing considering I'm studying to be a lawyer. But I think your arguments are founded in experience, not in knowledge. Because if you want to look at knowledge, if you want to look at examples, go look around, man. Go look everywhere around the world at these multinational $1 million companies. They don't need to hire anyone. They're good, bro. They're set. Their CEO's probably fucking retired him, his family, his family's family, his family's family's family. Like, they're good, right? But they're still paying millions for content creators, storytellers, all that, right? And Rudy said branding is more important than product quality. Yeah, like they pretty much, once you get your product to a quality that is acceptable in the market, it goes straight to branding, right?
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
And And you know how he said if your product is good, then everything else works itself out. I'm just gonna say this last thing before we end the stream. But
Yeah.
you mentioned that storytelling is just tools that like shouldn't be used, right? But if these big brands, if you look at big brands nowadays, they're using storytelling to push their products and services, even though they are the market leaders, right? So why would they be doing that if they weren't onto something?
Yeah. And let me just give like an honest example, right?
Yeah.
Social media services, other than testimonies, like social media as a whole, other than testimonies, right? What guarantee do you have that the company that you're going with will do what they say? What guarantee do you have? Nothing. Nothing, right? Nothing. So if the product is good and if the service is so good, why do people have trust? Is trust built off quality? Is trust built off a physical object? Can you trust someone because of the degree of, because of the factory they chose for their product? No, you're going to trust someone because they're genuine, because they're authentic, because they're real with their consumers, right? And yeah, and I think like if you undermine this, and maybe you've made your money already, if you undermine, the longevity of your business will just be overtaken by competitors. It's been seen done and time again. Like it doesn't even need to be explained.
I just want to say one last thing before we really end it. I want, like, with everything that you've spoken about, you have a different point of view, and like honestly, I respect that. I'm not gonna hate that, because the ones who think outside the box are the ones who are gonna win.
100%.
Right. So what I recommend is you go try what your knowledge and put it into action. Use it like through experience. So go start a brand right now, or like start an e-commerce store. And I just want you to start it for a month and let me know how that goes. Like I honestly want you to DM me and tell me how your store went based on what you are talking about, like on all your methodologies. But yeah,
I'd be very interested to see what his thing is. Anyway, so guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Hit It Where It Hurts. We love people that come in and argue in the chat. So if you guys have differing opinions, come in, talk about it. Like we obviously have outlines for the podcast, but we go straight all the time. But it's all in relation to selling out at the end of the day, right? Like you can sell out and think your consumers are all money, or you can be real with your product and be real where the market actually wants you, right? And I think that's the most important thing. Thank you guys so much for watching Hit It Where It Hurts. We're live 8:30 every single night except for Thursday. That's tomorrow, right? No,
that's tomorrow.
No, it's not. Today's Tuesday.
Tomorrow at 10. Oh yeah. Thursday at 10 p.m.
Thursday at 10 p.m. At Thursday at 10 p.m. we have a Perth man. Not gonna drop his name. He has been selling shoes, flipping them. Sneakers. Since a young age, and he's hit heights that he never thought he would be able to hit. And we're gonna talk to him about his journey, because flipping is something on the come up.
And he has some of your favorite rappers in his DMs. That's all.
That's it. That's all we're gonna say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, go look at that free sign up for shout out sheet on the Zorus Media Facebook page. For some reason, I can't copy paste links into the Facebook chat anymore. Facebook banned me, so that's unlucky. But just go to the Zorus Media page. It's in the Twitch chat as well. Anyone watching on Instagram, thank you so much.